Governor ORTOM blows forth. See what he said about Fulanis and the ESN. Following the insecurity conditions in the country, His Excellency Governor ORTOM has called for a national security debate in order to address the security crisis facing the nation as a whole. A debate? My first reaction is, how can you not be proactive when it comes to this? Do you not know what is happening that you have to debate? What are you debating, if it's real or not? We don't need a debate. We need a plan. Go call on the security officers and be proactive. Because when it comes to the presidential debate, none of your people will show up to show if they can even make a sentence. But it continues and says, Governor ORTOM, while making the call for a national security debate, insisted that the Fulani counterparts has a hidden agenda in the state, Benue State, not just in the state Benue, but in other parts of the country for both political and economic reasons. He stated that he would strive to resist such from them, even with his last drop of blood. Governor ORTOM, while speaking from his hometown in a burial he went, commented that Benue State has no land to accommodate fleeing herdsmen. He further stated that he has no apology for speaking the truth, even to those with the highest authority. But the thing is, see, what the striking thing here is the apology for speaking the truth. Because the Nigerian public, they know what is happening. So then, speaking the truth, and then the sentence continues saying, especially to those with the highest authority, is to the godfathers, exactly. While speaking with BBC News Pidgin this morning in a live interview, Governor ORTOM urged the federal government to treat all parts of the country equally. He commented that the government is supposed to give bandits the same treatment that they give to the Eastern Security Network, basically an IPOB. Wow, I mean, that is true, very, very true, because it's the hypocrisy for me, and if the hypocrisy can come from high above from those people, then it really does show where these people's priorities lie. But yeah, it's absolutely sad, and I'm proud that I'm happy he's speaking the truth, but I don't even know. I don't know if he's the only person, basically. I don't know if, it's a plan. It's a plan for him to just, be on the public side, good cop, bad cop. Again, we can't be surprised if, it's a plan, because again, it's just to confuse Nigerians. And he's a member of the APC. Okay, fine. I don't rate the man. Yes. So whatever I say, it's a plan. Of course, it's a plan. Absolutely a plan. So he's part of the APC. Search him up online. Part of the APC. Cool. Well, at his time was PDP, APC, but that's it. It's sad, but I don't really take this man's word for it. The fact of calling for a debate just sort of diffuses and diminishes the impact of what he could have said. If he said that he's already sort of set out security networks to block the borders of Benue State and is controlling the people that go in and out of the state, that's a whole different thing, because he said that the state will not accommodate fleeing herdsmen. So instead of calling for a debate, if he had just been like, we've sent out, we've sent out security officers to guard the borders of Benue State to control who's coming in and out of the state. That's a much better plan. So again, I don't know who he's trying to deceive, because the word debate here just shows that it's a talking situation. He wants to talk a national security debate. No one needs a debate. Everyone knows what is happening. Everyone knows what is happening, and it is on the side of the government, because then it's their responsibility to keep us safe. Because then, if the people take things into their hands, everyone starts saying this. Because when people take things into their hands, you can't control the extent that they would go, and the anger that they have, and how they express that anger. Because again, it might not even be that. They might even take out the whole frustrations on the country on that one event. You don't know. So again, when the government doesn't do their job, and then people take things into their own hands, you can't control the extent. Again, then that everything is now up to the people as to how they're gonna go about it. Are they gonna be like brutal? Because again, because Nigeria is so divided, especially in our mindset, it is so easy for the government to put in divisive tactics for us to debate amongst ourselves and just get distracted. And that's the thing. That is the thing. Everywhere we go, your identity is so important in Nigeria. Are you Fulani? Are you Igbo, Yoruba, Efik, whatever, Ijo? Like, it just is what it is. And so, because the country is not united, people are not united, there's a lot wrong with the way our thinking is. You can't be surprised when the tactics of the government's work, or the president, or whatever, the government work every single time, because they know the kind of people that they're leading. So when they put these strategies in to distract us, it's nothing. So it just is what it is. And then on Twitter, apparently Governor ORTOM said, because I don't know if the source is correct, Fulani have planned to overrun all states. That is not far-fetched. It's not a far-fetched idea. And people have said this over the years, but then when you can't prove certain things, you just chuck it to the side as, conspiracy theories and all that. But then if you're actually going to be observant and follow the patterns, you know that there's a bias towards the northern part of the country. Even though, yes, illiteracy is the highest there, poverty is literally the worst, their health is just absolutely shambolic. But in terms of how there's a lot of too many passes for the criminal activities that goes on there to their own people, nothing has happened. And then it comes to the south, and the south is absolutely not going to condone all that happens in the north again, because it's like we live in different countries, with the south of Nigeria and the north of Nigeria. It's just so confusing, because the rate of insecurity in the north is just so bad that the south can't even relate at all. We have robberies, kidnappings, but it's not as bad as the northern part of the country. And so I guess it sort of shows how selfish the southern part of Nigeria is, because when Fulani herdsmen were not necessarily attacking them, and all the attacks were on themselves and terrorism and all that, it was more of a far-fetched, or like a sympathy, like pity from afar. Oh wow, God help them, what can we do? And they talk. But then now it's affecting us. It's affecting the southern part of the country. And the thing is, the southern part of the country will never stand for BS like this and be like, oh, just because of what. They will never stand for BS like this. And so I guess it just shows the sort of selfishness, I'd say. Nigerians are selfish. It is what it is. At the end of the day, we don't feel obliged or patriotic to look out for one another. So yeah, the responsibility is not on ourselves, and then we don't take responsibility for ourselves. And it's ironic how we want the country, or the government, to take responsibility for us. It all works hand in hand. We, sadly, in some ways, we are a reflection of our government, which is so sad and hard to admit, but sometimes it's true. Yeah, we need to hold ourselves accountable before we feel any power to hold the government accountable, I guess. Put what you think about this in the comment section below. Do you believe Governor ORTOM? I fell for it. I thought what he was saying did make sense, but when you analyze it, it's like, come on, this is damage control. Put what you think, and do not forget to like and subscribe.